So, do you think Spider-Man is pro or anti-surveillance state?
Surveillance. I mean, I think he'd be against it because of his secret identity. Peter would definitely not
I'm
want
just saying the streets are calling him Palantir Parker.
for what? I mean,
Peter Thiel
he
Parker.
he
and
does
all that.
he did use the the flock cameras and the surveillance to track down different characters in the movie.
Very unethical.
hey, I mean, he
of
just
you,
has the
Peter
smarts
Parker.
to do that. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You know what I mean? If there was someone who was dangerous, But
It is.
I
What are you
think
saying?
full. I don't think he's full surveillance or anything like that.
I don't know. If you go on maps.dflock.org, I think you're going to find all the flock cameras in New York right now. And you'll find all that Peter has put up.
He is. He's not against it. Okay, if he sees the flock cameras going up, he's not saying anything about it. He's like, okay, he's going to use what's available. I think it's so funny that in 2008, right when The Dark Knight came out, that like the worst thing that Lucius Fox could imagine, right, was the like whatever technology, I forget what it was called, but the tech that the sonar tech that they built in The Dark Knight that Lucius Fox could use to basically track anyone in Gotham, right?
Yeah.
And you could use sonar, you could get like a 3D map of anything, and Lucius Fox absolutely hated it. He didn't want it. It was like this incredible brooch of civil liberties, and Batman was like, we have to use it exactly one time to track down the Joker, and then here's a button so you can blow it up after, right?
Yeah.
And that was in 2008. Like, that's how crazy it was. The climax of that movie was after, they do the thing, Lucius Fox presses a button and destroys it, because it was such a massive breach of privacy and, representation of, like, the Patriot Act and all these terrible things done to American citizens. And now I feel like every character that has anything to do with technology in 2026 is like, oh yeah, man, I'm just using all the surveillance cameras and I'm like bio-tracking you, and yeah, I looked on my cell phone and I figured out where your house, I'm gonna dox you. And that's like everyone now. And something changed.
We live in a significantly more technology able society. So at that point,
it's weird. It's a weird thing to track because people are very paranoid about stuff like the government using the Patriot Act and the NSA to like tap your phones to go through your internet history or whatever. But now it's just like, oh yeah, everybody does that. Who cares? Now heroes can do that. It's not like a moral question. It's just like, oh yeah, well I did it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean everyone gave up their privacy, no matter how much people would say that. I'm trying to protect my privacy. I'm not going to give away my data. You've already given it away. It's already in the system. You're already seen by like hundreds, thousands of government officials.
And the Winter Soldier, right? In the Winter Soldier, we're going to flash forward a few years, right?
Mm-hmm.
When did Winter Soldier come out? Like 2013, I think? Right? 2013, 2014.
13, 14.
The Triskelions and what was the thing called? I forget what it was, a project or Project Insight, or it was something like that. But
I think it was
Project Insight, the big thing where they could use the algorithm to track everyone on the planet and connect to all the computers and cell phones and whatever, and track everyone on the planet and like shoot them, was this terrible plan created by the remnants of Hydra, and it was this massive breach. And Captain America was like, "I'd rather destroy S.H.I.E.L.D. than have this technology exist." Right? And then flash forward to Far From Home, and like Tony Stark casually built like the same thing, and with the drones, and it's not like a big like moral thing. It's just like, oh, Tony has this, and everyone's like, oh, and, Parker's like, Mr. Stark, I don't know what to do, da, da, da. And like he destroys it, but not because it's a supremely evil thing, but because he's like, Mysterio shouldn't have it. I find it interesting. I find it interesting that in Fast and Furious movies, Fast and Furious like 6 or 7, they have the God's Eye, and they never say, "Oh, that's really messed up that you invented the God's Eye." This thing that can track anybody and do all this crazy stuff. It's all like, "Oh, well, we don't want the bad guys to have the God's Eye," but mysterious government entities having the God's Eye, yeah, that's not a big deal. There's no problem.
Well,
and it's just
I also like hack into like every system.
Yeah.
So like, it's
they don't destroy it, and I don't think they destroy it in 6. And I think in like 8, like they use it, like the quote unquote good guys use it, but it just so happens that the bad guys are able to counter it. Yeah. So it's just like, I just. I think this leads into Spider-Man Brand New Day, but I think it's very interesting that over time, as privacy and these things get like eroded in real life, the media. I'm not saying it's a conspiracy. Okay, I'm not saying it's a conspiracy, but I do find it interesting that our mass media is increasingly like, oh yeah, good guys can also hack into all the cameras and track your every movement and whatever. And that's cool. Yeah, don't you love it? Spider-Man uses flock. Why would you want to take down a flock camera?
I mean, hey, he gets the job done. You know what I mean? As long as it doesn't go into the wrong hands, be A-okay.
And the only person that can take down a bad guy with a flock camera is a good guy with a flock camera.
Exactly. It's real good right there. It's like you can't. I don't know what that phrase was, but it's just like just have the good persons, to have it.
It's an economy of man. Really.
Just have them.
Pretty soon, you're gonna have a movie where Spider-Man's like going through someone's internet history, and like Spider-Man is gonna hack into somebody's web camera to spy on them, and that's gonna be like a good thing. They're gonna say, "Wow, Spider-Man, that was really smart." And that's just where we are. That's just where we are.
They're trying to, just ease it in. It's like just let us look at you. It's okay.
Hey, if you're a superhero who's tracking down like a all-time supervillain, the lines of what you can do to get to that villain starts blurring up a little.
I know you have no choice. You're right. You have no choice, right? So then that means you probably want to track terrorists too. And then that also probably means to be safe, you need to track people who has terrorist sympathies, right? And then maybe you want to track other people to other crimes, And we don't like shoplifters, so maybe you got to track them too. Okay.
Hey, regular terrorists ain't jumping in people's bodies.
And you're right, and because the enemy can be anyone, you have to track everyone. It's just how it is. It's how it is.
It's how it is. We're all conditioned to love the flock.
We love it. I love this surveillance state.
I stand behind Spidey 100%.
In all his actions.
In all his actions.
So we're gathered today, Peak of Fiction podcast, to talk about Spider-Man Brand New Day. This, of course, Peak of Fiction podcast. We talk about all things Peak Fiction, be that comics, movies, television shows, and more. And we are very excited to talk all about Spider-Man Brand New Day. You probably have seen it. This is going to be a spoiler review. I'm looking at the numbers and the financials, and statistically, you've seen it. I'm just statistically, by the time this comes out, you have seen it. So we will be doing full spoilers.
Damn it!
Sorry, guys. Sorry to
Yeah,
those
yeah,
people
like
who have to wait
yeah,
2
it's like
weeks to
what
see the
you.
movie.
I like the idea of the person who, like, when this review comes out, which is probably a week after the movie came out, who is like, I'm so upset that I got spoiled because I clicked on a podcast a week after the movie came out that made like $1 billion in a weekend that everyone else saw, but I didn't. I didn't see it, and I chose to click on a podcast 1 week after. And now I'm upset that I've been spoiled.
Y'all should really do a warning.
You know?
Yeah.
You thought the title, the first 10 minutes of the video, the description, and the captions would have told me that you would be spoiling Brand New Day?
Exactly. They're gonna just call us out for atheism.
It was, yeah, I
something.
couldn't, you know,
I'm
I'm sorry. I just kept going. I couldn't turn it off. Well, so Spider-Man Today is a Spider-Man movie. It is the 4th installment of the MCU Spider-Man, and in my opinion, it is the best installment of the MCU Spider-Man. It really, I'm not going to say it takes Spider-Man back to basics, but it manages to tell a, I guess technically it's street level, right? You know, all of these things could happen in a street level Spider-Man story, more or less. But I think it really uses the MCU to its advantage in order to tell this story. And I really enjoyed it. But what did you guys think about it? And also, we should probably introduce ourselves. I forgot that step.
I mean, if you're not already
subscribed, I'm BaitZaDust. You may also heard me from my YouTube channel. And then we also have Beto, our editor.
Hi, guys. Hope you are spinning around. Dang it, I don't think
you got it.
That. But welcome.
And Supa O, our mascot.
Yeah, you be sure to buy Supa O plushies on the store.
Hey man, you always say Chopper's your favorite character, so you can be you can be the mascot of the group.
What's up, everyone? Thanks for joining us here on a brand new day to review this movie.
Yeah,
got the better pun.
You got it. All right. So what did y'all think of Brand New Day?
I could go. I actually really I loved it. It was a significantly like you said, this is the 4th installment of the Spider-Man movies in the MCU, and after like debating about it a bit, I think I do have this as like the best one in the MCU so far, and I just like how the compelling story it brings. The fact that it feels, what I really enjoy about it is that it feels like a very comic booky movie, and like MCU, is a comic book world, but like it's comic booky in the sense where a Superman from last year kind of gives me, where it's just like we're kind of here in this world, and people have powers, and and there are villains in this world, and there's the hero, and he's always and he could like reach out to like other heroes who just so happen to be in the world. He's finding other villains. We don't have to have this whole lead up by other movies or other properties to show you why they're here. And like his relation with Punisher, his banter with Punisher, his connection to Hulk, the whole thing with MJ and Ned and all that emotional point. This is a Spider-Man that has been beaten, but who still like wants to keep being a hero, who's still doing Spider-Man things. And I messed with it. I messed with it a lot. It's really grand. And honestly, probably I want to say the best MCU movie, right? But like it, like in a while, it's probably like I would have it up there. Like it's probably on par with like Guardians of the Galaxy for me, or even surpassing that.
And also, I would say like when you say comic booky, no one in the entire movie says, "Wow, this is crazy." where wow, you're a Spider-Man and I'm a mutant. Wow, that's so crazy. Don't do that. There's none of that. It's just like, oh, that's just how the world is.
Yeah. It's very much just like we're living. This is really is just a Spider-Man side adventure. And even though like at face value, it's not because like the threat in this movie with some like elements here and there, they're not really. It's not like derived from like a Spider-Man mythos per se, right? But like they still like work it. Everything in this movie has like a point. And like even though the villain, I don't know if we can say. I'll say it later, but like
Yeah, it's spoiler. We already done spoilers. It's fine.
okay, well even though it's Jean Grey, first appearing in X-Men comic issue 97, where but even though it's it's Jean Grey, and that's not like a typical Spider-Man villain. And even though he's like fighting the Hulk and
I don't think she was
the antagonist,
villain,
I should say,
but more
right?
like the antagonist.
Yeah. Marvel still was able to tell a compelling story and made her like a threat and made her on a level where it's just like Bates said, this is a very street to city level type event. The whole world is at stake, but there's only one man who could like stop this right now, and it's Spider-Man. So I mess with this movie off of that.
Yeah, definitely. I really this is the most creative Spider-Man visually wise. After 3 movies directed by John Watts, I don't want to like debase him as like he did the worst job. He did his job. It got a little bit more visually look better by the 3rd movie, but by then when you're looking through Brand New Day and this one, you just see how our director, I forget his name now, Destin Daniel Cretton, what he did just amped up the world that the MCU, how it probably should look like at this point, and how the world of Spider-Man looks like. It's so visually appealing. The action scenes, the just the colors and cinematography. I forgot who did it, but it was just amazing. And overall, I think was the best MCU Spider-Man has looked and feel in a while. One person I want to well, not one person, but I don't know if I can even shout out, but this one person, because what I've heard through the grapevines and just basically being online, this one person, Justin Kritzkis, hope I said your last name right. Shout out to you for actually helping out with the script during the shooting. He was there to revise some things and help out a specific key scene between Tom Holland and between Peter Parker and MJ that actually made the movie a lot better. Either way, Brand New Day is kind of it's a really good movie. I have some issues, but we'll talk about that later. But either I know, right? Can't be glazing for everything. But either way, I think this is the way better for us, way better MCU Spider-Man we've seen in years, I guess. And even though people would say it's as good as Spider-Man 2, Sam Raimi Spider-Man 2, I would say it's close to something else than that movie. But either way, I enjoyed the movie, and I enjoyed my time watching it. And yeah, we can discuss further about it, but as of right now, pretty good movie.
All right. Okay. So, in order to, I guess, better go over this movie, we're going to do a little plot breakdown of Spider-Man Brand New Day and run through all the major plot points before we have a final review. And Brand New Day, as a sequel, kicks off from... Well, it's not directly fault, but it's directly following No Way Home, but there's a time gap in between.
Yeah.
It's 4 years after the events of No Way Home, where at the end, Spider-Man and Peter Parker makes a decision that the only way to stop all these other villains coming in from the alternate universes is to kind of fix what's going on in his life and to protect his friends is to erase Peter Parker's from everyone's memory in the world. Um, so that covers up his identity. He regains his secret identity, but it means that his friends, his girlfriend MJ, and everyone else related to him, all the different Avengers and whatnot, all forget that Spider-Man is Peter Parker. Not more than that, they just forget Peter Parker exists. Period. So he is kind of reset to square one, and he has to live on his own. And instead of returning to MJ and Ned like he said he would, and immediately saying like, "Hey, this is me," and finding them again, he decides the best thing to do is kind of let them live their life because they can be happy and successful without him. So in the meantime, we get a little montage of everything he's been doing, and he's been fighting a lot of guys, and he's been going on a lot of Spider-Man adventures. He's been taking out crime syndicates. He's fought a series of minor villains, including Tombstone and Ramrod and Boomerang. We don't see him fight, which is kind of like, and Tarantula, and I think there's one other guy, Tombstone, Scorpion.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Scorpion had more of a bigger.
Yeah, he had more of a role, but I feel a little cheated from this, just a little bit, because they did lots of advertisements, right? Where they really during these scenes made like the actions look like they're comic book covers, classic comic book covers. They recreated them with like Tarantula and Tombstone and Boomerang and whatnot, but they are in it as much as they are in the trailer. And I'm not saying that they had to be there for like you know, they all had to have like 5 minutes of screen time, but I wish they got like a little bit more. Just like I don't know, like 30 extra seconds where they fought for a little bit. Because I felt very cheated because, you know, you don't really see, you don't even see some of them get arrested or go down, right? Like, you don't see the Tarantula, anything with Tarantula or Boomerang. And I think those are my biggest, like, you know, at least show me Spider-Man punching Boomerang or like, throwing his boomerangs back at him or something.
Yeah, we could have gone a bit more, but I think it was just they essentially Spider-Man 2 rhinoed the villains.
Now, because Rhino was in it for a bit.
He was
in
like
the end,
beginning,
he had minutes. These guys had seconds.
That would have been cool to see for sure. I only really noticed Tombstone, played by, I forgot his name, but the guy who plays Tobias Whale from Black Lightning. We gotta bring him back before Miles is here. We got a whole other vibe.
Yeah, and they forgot the biggest villain of all time. And I don't know why they're holding on to this guy for so long.
Where's Big Wheel?
The streets want Big Wheel, Marvel.
This way we win perfect.
It's not that hard.
If we're gonna do 5 seconds, Big Wheel would win perfect.
Yeah,
Big Wheel or Rocket Racer or
The Wall.
I would have given this movie 5 stars automatically.
Yeah, or actually there is a character, but they probably don't include him because he would be too similar to the actual plot line. If they put Mindworm in it. But yeah, you've
mind.
Yeah, you can have too. Or the Gibbon, or Puma, or various other jobbers.
They could have put Freak in there.
Freak, you're correct. They could have put, or Cardiac.
Oh, Cardiac.
yeah, of course.
Or Massacre.
Or Massacre. Yeah, there's so many of these dudes. There's so many of these Spider-Man jobbers. But so he's good, but he is Spider-Man 24/7. He is Spider-Man. But everyone loves Spider-Man. Everyone loves Spider-Man. He has a key to the city. He is he's friends with all the cops. He's using the flock cameras. He is working with damage control, and he's very tied into state apparatus. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was getting a little iffy there. Like, this guy's loving a little bit of the cops, but
he's working with the cops to change them from the inside.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
He's reforming the police.
You're reforming them, bro. You think he's bad apple to take him out, man?
He has an apartment. Well, he lives in an attic. He lives in an attic of an apartment that apparently has asbestos. They didn't really talk about. That might be a problem in the future for Spider-Man. But when we get the cancer arc of but he is
hospital bed.
And he is in the yeah, but they still sell that toy, right? With like Hospital Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They make a suit. They make a suit just for him, like in the hospital taking treatments.
IV rack sold separately.
Yeah. I'm just saying there's an opportunity here. But so they do all this stuff. Right, they do all this stuff. And then I do have one question about this whole sequence is how is Spider-Man making money? Because he doesn't have a job. He doesn't have a job that we see or hear about. He says that he's Spider-Man 24/7. So the question is, how is Spider-Man paying bills?
Well, he dumpster dives. I think he probably takes his he finds old equipment.
That equipment was not old, bro.
It's thrown out.
I mean, it could have been. It's Peter.
Oh,
my boy Peter can do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he dumpster dived his brand new foldable Sony phone.
Hey,
this is pristine.
That spider sense isn't just for danger, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he probably saved an AT&T employee or something, and it's just like, hey man, I can give you a free.
I think he's robbing
data plans.
No.
I think after a big if he breaks into a he busts off like a ring, and he goes in the back and he sees a bunch of new computers and stuff. He's walking out the back with them.
Maybe.
Yeah, he's probably doing that.
Yeah, Spider-Man swinging away with a full desktop, a full rig under his arm.
You won't be doing this anymore. You won't.
That's someone's.
I'm just saying. Okay, if you take down the leader of a crime ring, and he also happens to have a brand new Sony foldable phone. You just pocket that real quick. You say, well, you're not going to be needing this.
Is it probably Detective DeWolf just gave it to him or something? Here, you're part of our data plan now.
Maybe, because that seems to be a person called.
It's why am I paying for why am I paying for 4 lines?
Also, how are the cops not track? I guess cops are making the effort to track him, even though Spider-Man is just calling them from a cell phone. Peter Parker's just walking down the street calling him from a cell phone. And it's you could have already figured it out if you really wanted to. If you really put the effort for it, you could probably triangulate where the calls are coming from.
Probably encrypted his line.
True. He could be doing that, but yeah.
I mean, he could have gotten all the money from pawn shops. You know what I mean? He just take some of Tony Stark's old.
Yeah, that's
tech
true.
that he still has. And
I don't think he's gonna. He's fencing old Star Trek.
Hey, he can go on eBay, just sell the equipment that he just built. It's like, hey man, this is awesome.
I like the idea. I like the idea of Peter like doing like Peter Parker fencing arc reactors. Like where'd you get this? Where'd you get this fully functional arc reactor? It's like, it's not on board. How much you want for it?
Hey, if it works, it works.
I'll take it for $2 million.
Now, they be trying to lowball him.
That will afford me for a whole year.
They be trying to lowball him, and because he's broke.
Yeah, lowballing.
I could give you $200 for it. $200. Okay, do you want it or not? Yeah.
It's like, well, kid. All right, you don't have a certificate for this arc reactor. Okay, you don't got the paperwork to back it up. You're gonna take what I'm gonna give you. So he's doing that. It's straining him, right? It is straining him, and there's only so much he can be, right? He's clearly like multiple people comment the fact that he is isolated. He doesn't have any friends during this time period, right? Besides, I guess, the Punisher, and he doesn't hang out with anybody. Doesn't do anything. He's just like solving crimes, fighting crime. Then like he goes to drop some flowers off at Aunt May's grave. Then back to fighting crime. And that's it. That's his entire cycle. And it is it's having an adverse effect on him, I should say.
Yeah. You could definitely see it like wearing him down. This really is like the most since Spider-Man 2, I would say, or even 3. No, I'd say mostly 2. This is like the most like beaten he's been as a hero, because everything's kind of just catching up with him, and he has no one to turn to.
And so then, as this goes on, we get this kind of big break where a tank is rolling down the city, like an armored tank is just mowing through the city, heading towards damage control. The Punisher decides he's going to stop the tank by shooting it with a what do you call those? He has a grenade launcher. He has a couple of grenade launchers. Frank, what's going on, bro?
Let me tell you something.
Frank, you're going to stop a tank with a grenade launcher in a city, even if you're successful, right? What's going on, man? Like, I know he's supposed to be the person that's like, I get things done, when you put them down, they get back up. But when I put them down, they don't. But also, I don't feel like the Punisher is like, I'm also going to risk killing civilians.
Well, everything's planned with Frank. I'm pretty sure he already calculated that the grenades that he'll shoot will only kill the guy inside.
Oh, okay. In the middle of the story.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, he has a keen eye on that. It's really
that's
good.
The thing about Punisher, bro. He never kills a good person.
This is true. It's never happened ever. So of course, Spider-Man does not like this, and stops him and gives him a pretty good kick. A pretty good kick to the chest, and also destroys his vehicle. Which I think goes to my next point/question is no one appears to care that it's the Punisher, right?
Mm-hmm.
No cop tries to arrest him in this movie. No one is really opposed. Everyone's like, oh yeah, that's Frank Castle, aka the Punisher. Sometimes he hangs out, I guess. Yeah, I find that very funny.
He'd just be killing people.
Yeah, that's just a thing he does. But
a mass murderer is just running around New York. Sounds Sounds like a New York guy.
Yeah, is this the division of cops in New York that were for Punisher?
No. Yeah, they're
Are they
all
gone
you don't
from, like, the
understand.
narrative?
All the bad cops, okay? All the bad cops in New York City work for Kingpin, okay? After Kingpin was beaten, all the
Right.
bad cops either died or left.
Right.
So now you only have good cops in New York City. That's how that works.
That is how that works.
I guess so.
There's no bad cops left. They're all good cops, actually.
Woo.
They're all there. All the good
Yeah,
cops.
It's all there.
Is
They're all
there.
that's left.
No bad
Oh,
apples.
yeah, we got rid of all the bad apples. As it turns out,
Yeah.
it's all good. It's all good apples now. It's 100% good apples. There'll never be police corruption again.
Okay.
Turns out it really was that easy.
Mhm. Spider-Man tries to stop the tank in a sequence that's very reminiscent of an Insomniac Spider-Man car chase. Is playing kind of word for word, bar for bar, like an Insomniac car chase, to the point where it's a scripted event, so that's why he can't stop it. Because he does some stuff to stop it. He does some stuff to like stop or slow it down, but it just won't. Because it has to reach its destination, I guess. In the video game. And eventually it crashes through damage control. And Spider-Man rips off the door and apprehend the criminal. And it is just like an old woman. And he's trying to figure out like what's going on. The old woman doesn't appear to know where she is. And he senses that there's some kind of force or something that goes from the old woman to someone else. And it's like there is this thing that's jumping in between people and mind controlling them. So he tracks it to the roof, and happens to be the same day that Scorpion is being transferred to a different prison, and basically a situation's created where Scorpion's able to escape. Right, he's able to get away. And Spider-Man isn't able to stop him because he's too busy trying to deal with this body-hopping phenomena. So, I think these scenes are pretty cool. They're pretty unnerving. They're pretty cool. And they're pretty good, like, action scenes, right? Also, there's a bunch of bombs in the tank that blow up. But remember, nobody died. This is important. Because Jean Grey is
No
not
one
a
has
killer.
died yet.
Okay?
Mhm.
She's
of course.
not a killer.
Except for that one.
And so all that happens, and he's trying to figure out what's going on, and he kind of has an idea, but in order to get more help, he turns to visit Yelena, aka the new Black Widow.
Yeah. I thought her name was White Widow. Loki.
Yeah, they wouldn't go with the White Widow name because that would just be a little bit.
Why not? I like White Widow. It goes hard.
Yeah, and to be honest, I think she matches more of a White Widow vibe than Black Widow.
Yeah, but the general audience is
True.
dumb. They wouldn't know the difference between Black Widow and White Widow.
That's dumb. That's idiotic.
And she has a great scene where I guess she's in a spa. Her office is a spa in this Russian spot, and she just chills in the spa, and she makes Spider-Man take off his clothes and get in the spa before they meet. He still wears his mask, though. He still wears his mask. And they discuss the fact that it's probably not mind control, but it's possession. Right? And that kind of adds on. He's like, oh, okay. And she doesn't really interfere too much. She says that apparently this is a small potatoes problem, unlike her Avengers big potato problem. She's like, I don't know about that.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. When Spider-Man gets solo
I don't know what kind of big potatoes she's talking about.
Well,
but-
you know, the Thunderbolts. Or the New Avengers. They must be handling all kinds of stuff with their five Captain America team.
Yeah. No super soldier serum between any of them except for like maybe Winter Soldier.
Oh, Red Guardian. Red Guardian has his bootleg version.
Oh yeah.
And
US
yes,
Guardian,
U.S. Agent.
US
Cool.
US agent.
And I guess if they can convince Bob sometimes, they are hypothetically a strong team. Okay, they're potentially a strong team.
I love this hypothetical,
Yeah.
Mad
hypothetical
Megumi.
team.
Yeah, not always, but sometimes. You know, if they can summon. Yeah, basically they have to summon Maharaga, and Maharaga just happens to be Bob. But as a team, they're kind of, you know, you don't have that build diversity you had when, like, in Age of Ultron, which I think is when the Avengers team peaked. When, you know, you need something done, and Thor and Hulk,
Yeah.
Black Widow, Captain America, Iron Man, we're all rolling out. Hawkeye, we're rolling out and showing up. You do not have that.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Yeah.
But they haven't gotten those big potato situations
Yeah.
yet.
Spider-Man
you know?
is only like
Maybe that's why she was in the
90%
spa.
of your
Oh, 100%.
team.
I mean, people posted like that video of them saying like, "Oh yeah, the big potatoes problem," and it's the 5 of them struggling to move like a big rock.
I saw that video, yeah. That's the
And that's your big
problem.
potato problem, you know.
Uh,
So that goes on. That goes on. Spider-Man kind of like, you know, was like, all right, I'm going to figure out what's happening. And he also decided to talk to Bill Metzger, who is director? Yeah, director of Damage Control. Played by Tremello Chillman. And he is the, like, obvious, I'm going to be evil later, but I'm nice now character. Bill Metzger, I think, in the comics is like an anti-mutant guy. You know, not like a William Stryker. I think he's like a media person, but he's one of those like anti-mutant people.
like a J. Jonah, but for mutants.
I think so. So you know, he's doing his thing, and he's trying to figure out what's happening. And he's like, "Oh well, this person said something about VMAX. You know what that's about?" And he's like, "I don't know what VMAX is." Right, and it's funny at this point. You think, oh, maybe he's hiding something, right? But you know, I think the way
Just keep
they
that in
set
mind.
the whole VMAX thing up was pretty cool.
Yeah.
When we'll get to it, but he's like, I don't know, you know, but we gotta stop the person. So then he happens to encounter Ned at a store, and he's like, oh wow, that's my friend, and he's like, just like I remember him, but older. So he decides to follow Ned back to like his housewarming party, and he talks to Ned. Ned has like a big like conspiracy board trying to figure out who Spider-Man is. And I think they introduce this element of the wish to take away the memories, these core memories of you from the people who were close to you, has a somewhat adverse effect on their minds, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like they're actually remembering something. It's like
Yeah,
something was
they
going
know something is weird,
on. Maybe.
right? They know for whatever reason Spider-Man played a very important role in their lives during high school and showed up repeatedly all around the world, and they were there. They don't know why, right? And they all feel like something's like missing, right? There was something there, but it's missing. And I think that is like a really interesting, and to the point where Ned's like trying to figure out who Spider-Man is.
Yeah.
There's a fun bit on the
It's
board where he says that, like, you know, Spider-Man was spotted in London. Is he British? And I think that's a funny. That's a funny bit. And then also on the board is like, I think the probably Spider-Man suspects are either my science teacher or Flash.
The worst cast Flash.
Yeah, you know what? I'm glad he's gone. And you know what? No shade to the actor.
Yeah, I'm
no
sure
shade. You did your job. You read the script.
Grand Budapest.
But
oh boy,
that was never Flash. Oh my word, bro.
That was
Get
that
that
was
fraud
not
off my
Flash.
screen, bro.
Imagine if in like Secret Wars or Doomsday he came back as like Agent Venom.
I would be livid. I would walk out.
You just see like a dark figure with the eye slits and everything, and it's like, oh my gosh!
All right, hear me out. What if the actor got like really jacked in the meantime?
I don't care.
You don't care?
I don't care.
Like he just started hitting the weights, and he got like super jacked, and he came back.
He wasn't even a good bully. That's what gets me. Like,
that's the other thing, yeah.
If anything, Peter would be the one bullying him.
Because Flash usually has to be popular.
Yeah,
and he's always like a meathead and athletic.
Popular,
big. But this guy.
And
yes, being white is very important to Flash.
I'm sorry,
I wouldn't
but
even
gotta say
the race swap, but like they got like the most like scrawniest guy, and then like the Flash he isn't like he's not like a man, Peter, I'm gonna stuff you in the locker type of bully. He's more of like a, oh, you didn't know that X doesn't equal MC squared? Yeah. What a nerd. Am I right, fellas? like, bro,
it just wasn't. Like, yeah, you're right. Actually, I already said that. Flash doesn't necessarily have to be white, but he has to be, like...
Imposing.
And you probably want to pick an actor that's, like, really, like, I guess, good looking. Yeah. You know? Like, you want an actor for proper jawline. To be Flash, I think that's important. I think that is like a key Flash,
and not a rich kid. I don't know why they made him a rich kid.
Strange. It was such a weird. It's such a weird kind of thing. If anything, it would have been odd, but if you played him different, that's almost a character that like type, or at least that would kind of like build is someone who could have been like a Harry Osborn.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
More Harry Osborn than Flash. Yeah. But I don't know why he was Flash.
Yeah, it was bad, bro. Yeah, no hate towards the actor, right? But...
Yeah, no hate. It's not your fault. It's not your fault, but
it's not your fault, buddy.
You like when they cast you for Spider-Man, what are you going to do? Say no?
Right? Yeah, like, you got to show up.
Right.
You got to show money. Up.
Yeah.
Who am I playing? Oh, okay, sure.
But he is and also at the party he sees MJ again, and he's awkward. And he, I don't know. I think it's part of them. He's kind of looking on. He feels like there might be, he's looking for afar, but then that's when mysterious boyfriend shows up. He's only there for one scene.
He is only there for one scene.
Yeah, but he shows up to kiss MJ, and that causes a crash out.
You think he's Paul?
Justified.
Oh, he is Paul. Yeah, Paul. Actually,
yes.
Yeah, in the subtitles for the movie, yes, he is actually Paul.
That's why I would. So I guess that means he's got to get done extremely dirty in the next Spider-Man. Yeah, the only thing is to be done the work way. I don't know how Paul's got a hole in his chest. I don't know.
So he has his like painful crying, crashing out, swinging. I am almost gonna kill myself. Swinging where I just let go and just fall for a little bit before swinging back. And he makes it back home, and he is like distressed, and he's starting to. He's talked about how he has had headaches throughout the movie. He's been taking, I guess, Advil and different stuff. And then he fully he just collapses in his room, and when he awakens outside, hanging upside down in a bundle of webs, and these are organic webs because he doesn't have web shooters, so he can now shoot organic webs. He finds out that he has mutated or evolved, or what's the word for this?
I think evolved.
Evolved,
Adapted,
I guess.
No.
It's
Yeah,
he's reached the next stage of being Spider-Man.
yeah.
I
I thought we were going to the other, but
yeah,
I guess metaphor.
it's heavily based on the storyline the other, but he does not get thankfully, he does not get what do you get out of the wrist?
Six other arms.
Yeah, but wasn't the other storyline he got wrist spikes?
Oh, he does.
Yeah, they gave him wrist spikes in one of the storyline. I think in the storyline, they gave him big almost like Assassin's Creed-esque spikes that came out of his wrist.
Yeah.
Because he was becoming a spider.
616, Peter.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Interesting.
But yeah, so
they gave him organic webbing though. I've been an organic webbing advocate for the longest.
Oh, see, I'm sorry, I'm mechanical webbing pill.
Bro,
I think it's just better. Sorry.
Without if he's having mechanical webs, what makes him a Spider-Man? He's a Spider-Man. Webs are a key component of that.
Yeah, but okay, all right. So here's the thing. Here's my case for mechanical webbing. I respect organic webbing, kind of, but I like mechanical webbing for a couple of reasons. Right, one, it's not because I'm not even gonna say when I say I'm not gonna do the merits power scaling wise. I think the fact that the mechanical webbings have mechanical webs have a limit is interesting, right? I think that provides interesting story moments if he is in a situation where he's going to run out of webs or he's low on webs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also, because they're designed, he can do more with the webs, right? I think in this film, he had web grenades. He can do things. He can flex the fact that he's smart and he's intelligent, and he has all this other stuff. When he's doing mechanical webs over just having them organically. And I think they're just visually cooler. I like the thing on his wrist. I like when he has the wrist. I like when he has a little pressure thing. I like all the different web designs. Ben Reilly has those big thick ones with web cartridges. I think it's just a cool design element. I like how they look. I like that you can switch them up.
But see, I don't mind him having the other web gadgets like the web grenade and whatnot. But you can still have those and primarily use the actual shooters. Because for me, it's a real if he never seen he got bit by a spider, and he only had the ability to stick on walls, would he just become stick on wall man?
I don't know. He might be Gecko Man. Who knows? But it's,
yeah, I just woke up like this. I just started sticking on walls, and I got this sense. I think I'm gonna become super sense stick on walls. This boy.
Yeah, that's
it's a preference. It's a preference. My preference is always mechanical. I just like it. I just like it visually. I like it for storytelling purposes. I respect organic. I do. So he's now organic webbing, and his senses are spiked, and he's trying to figure it out. And basically, his arachnid DNA is more present, and because of the extra senses, because everything else going wrong, he doesn't have full control of his powers. So now he's trying to keep them under wraps or suppress them so that he can function in his crime fighting life. But in the meantime, he has to fight Scorpion, which he does job at because his powers aren't working as he like. And Scorpion has been possessed by the entity and is like breaking through this facility. And Spider-Man crashes out on Scorpion and really like lays hands on him. Does the thing where he jumps up crazy high into the air and slingshots directly into his chest.
Directly from the.
That was a direct influence from the game.
I mean, Scorpion's just lucky he didn't get like the superior Spider-Man treatment.
Right? The jaw mile over.
Yeah, it gets jaw snatched.
Oh, I really am strong.
It's interesting. I think this Scorpion appears all of his powers is the suit.
Yeah.
What Scorpion always the suit? Does he have a serum?
I think he was. Wait, no.
It's always the suit.
Yeah, I think it was always the suit. But he's like merged with it.
Yeah, I think it was the suit.
Yeah. because of J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah.
That's the funniest bit. That's the funniest bit to me, like, ever, is that J. Jonah Jameson funded the experimental procedure that permanently fused the suit to Scorpion. And, and Scorpion became a criminal. Because he wanted to fund, I guess a stunt thing where Scorpion was going to beat up Spider-Man and unmask him. And then Scorpion turned out to be a big criminal. And then he was like, he just like kind of shrugged his shoulders at the "you're stuck in the suit forever" deal.
It'd be like that. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Bro, you don't.
It was all J. Jameson's fault.
Yeah, he just did that. I don't know. Did he fund the Spider Slayers too, or was always going to happen? And I think Spider Slayers were funded by like Alistair Smith, so maybe that was always going to be a thing. But I know he's funded like a couple of like anti-Spider-Man projects, which is crazy. That's a very unhinged thing to do, even if you don't like the guy and you think he's a fraud or whatever. To be like, I'm going to fund medical and mechanical experiments is kind of OD.
Yeah,
we're gonna. Let me just create some of the world's like top supervillains and threats because I don't like a guy swinging through my city.
It'd be like if like Tucker Carlson built like a. If Tucker Carlson funded like an Iron Man project to like to stop Hassan Piker or something. just made like a super soldier because he was so mad at Hassan Piker. He was like, "Yeah, man, take this experimental procedure. I have to unmask that fraud."
Bro, chill out.
It's not that serious. It's really not that serious.
You couldn't have worded him a very
real
email.
It's not enough to smear him in the papers. I want him dead.
If Spider-Man has no haters, J. Jonah's dead.
And also during a crash out, he grabs Scorpion and just throws him into a cop car, into a moving cop car. And you know what? The cops all like, even the most of the cop is like, "Damn, Spider-Man, you probably should have done that." But nobody's really coming at him for it. I guess.
Yeah, only one
Spider-Man's clout is so high in New York that he's just allowed to do that. They're not even going to press him on it.
You get one.
Yeah.
Wow, he wasn't canceled.
Hey, who you think would be bigger? New York City's New York City Spider-Man or Michael Jackson?
Ooh. See, in New York, probably Spider-Man. But I don't know. Spider-Man doesn't have that, like, I guess in universe, he probably doesn't have the worldwide appeal of Michael Jackson.
True.
He hasn't gone on tour, Yeah,
Yeah, there was like a comic I read, and like someone was it was like a whole thing was happening with Spider-Man, and then there's like news reporters like getting people's testimonies on what's happening, and this one person like couple was like, I don't know what's happening. Is this like an everyday thing here in New York? Who's Spider-Man?
Yeah.
What's
Fair,
that?
fair. But yeah, no, they definitely would tear up that New York would definitely tear up the city for some Spider-Man, dog.
Yeah.
This was the part where I was just like, where is J.
That's
Jonah
yes.
Where is
J. Jonah
J.
Jameson is absent from this film, and this is something J. Jonah would be like, "Oh, that's Spider-Man. He's injuring our police officers. He's reckless."
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. We needed like an opposite force to be like the voice. I don't know, the antagonist.
Yeah,
voice
that could
for
almost
citizens.
push Spider-Man more.
Right.
But then again, like I think the film is pretty balances all the elements pretty well, and I don't know if it could sustain another element more.
Yeah, of the cops and New York slowly turning on Spider-Man. But I could, yeah, I think you're right. The movie kind of already handles like a lot of other things, where this is just kind of like
The thing is, I can't see New York turning on this Spider-Man. Spider-Man could kill a man in the middle of the street, and
yeah,
I think New York would still ride for him. he could really punch. He could punch a man's. He could punch a man's head schmoove off in the middle of the street, and people are like, I don't know.
He's as popular in this region as New York as the Fantastic Four were in
For sure.
Yeah.
And the Fantastic Four had to like humanitarian efforts and like give like free energy and help people. Spider-Man's just Spider-Man.
Does it effortlessly.
So then after that, he goes to ask like Bruce Banner, who is a professor now at ESU, to be like, hey, I'm going to ask you a bunch of very highly specific questions about your inhibitor device and your mutations and all that stuff. And I gotta say, if you're in that world, right, you're like a superhero scientist kind of guy, and somebody shows up and asks you a series of specific questions, you gotta think like, okay, this is either another hero or like a super villain.
Yeah. It's. I mean, I think Banner automatically just thought it was like a hero. Like Banner already like with that the line of questioning. Banner already kind of figured that okay, he's he's like me for real. You know what I mean? And the fact that hopefully it's a good guy, but it's not a villain. But like I'm pretty sure.
I don't know if I'm a Banner, I'm not giving out those secrets. I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not doing that. If somebody rolls up to me and is like, well, what do you think about this mRNA? This thing where you can like shut off mutations. You got any information? I'm like, nah, bro. Sorry, that's
yes,
I gotta do some vet. I gotta do some vetting here. I'm not giving that game away for free to some rando off the street.
I'm not sharing secrets like that.
It's just a talk between student and teacher.
Because like I don't want to like on the flip side, it's like he's Spider-Man, but on the other side, he could like open the cut on television, and it's like, terrorists with the anti-mutant bomb is going to drop on the city. You don't know. And he looks up, he's like, oh wait, that's that guy I was talking to.
There's that kind-hearted, scrawny guy.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Sorry. If you need to, you can go through proper channels if you want my information. Especially anything robotics or whatever. Tony Stark and Sky's like, oh, Tony, what do you think about this? If I just design a nope. Sorry.
DM me.
I'm not.
My parole officer.
Yeah, it's very important. I'm not giving away this game for free.
Yeah, let me see your ID real quick.
Yeah. School ID. Can I see that real quick?
But he does figure out a way to make an inhibitor, And also, he figures out a way how to make a universal inhibitor, which is very funny because I think Spider-Man setting in motion a series of things that he does not know. He's setting in motion.
Opening Pandora's box.
Yeah. Spider-Man canonically invented the way to suppress all mutants in the future.
You do something good, and then everyone just turns it into like a thing for evil. You didn't mean it.
I'll defend him. On one hand, having a universal anti-power device is not a bad thing. It isn't.
Oh.
All right. You gotta have, if you're in a superhero universe, you gotta have a way to shut out people's powers so you can put them in prison. You have to. That's just the game. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if this is gonna, I guess, disproportionately affect the mutant community. But it just is what it is.
Yeah, unfortunately, the mutants are gonna have a raw deal in the future if this plays a part in future events. Like, how could the government have gotten technology that shuts off all our powers? Hey, dog,
yeah, you think they're gonna keep the spider logo on it,
right?
It's property of Spider-Man. I wonder who made it.
Like, oh man, guys, I know. Ooh, it could be any one of us. So, I mean, whoever made it in the moment probably didn't know. Yo, is this yours, man? Your logo is still on the device.
So he, he does try to use it to suppress his abilities, and it does work to some extent, right? It's not perfect, and he's trying to make it work. Well, that's, he does a few iterations of it, but it doesn't work like he wants it to. There's something that's stopping it. Mm-hmm. But during this time, when he's trying to figure it out, Jean Grey tracks him down, and it's like, yo, I know who you are. I know where you live. You better stop. Yeah, you better stop, or I'm going to go after people you care about. Which is also kind of crazy, because I feel like Jean Grey could have, not done this. If
we wanted him off back.
If she didn't get involved, she might have had more time to do what she wanted to do. I don't know.
I think that was just a necessary evil.
He was on her for a minute. He seed him off his back. He seed him off her back.
Yeah. So she does this, and she's hopping from person to person, and he figures out her limit, which is 33 feet, I think, or meters.
33 feet, I believe.
Feet. Okay. 33 feet is her limit for hopping, which, when I first saw that, I was like, huh? That's very strange, because Jean Grey never had a limit before. In fact, Jean Grey also could do telekinesis. This is a weird nerfing of Jean Grey, I said to myself in the theater. But you know what? They were saving it. They're saving it for a little bit later. She lets a man get hit by a cab, full on. She
does.
Apparently, I've heard that in the end credits, you see that he's okay.
Now I have to see the movie.
They show him off, and he's okay. But she's wilding through this whole sequence. She's so cruel and malicious to Spider-Man for some reason, and it's a real Spider-Man didn't do anything to you. Hey, he's you can understand he's in a way of maybe your revenge or your justice or whatever, but he is not doing anything to you in particular. But you were being so malicious and cruel to him in particular.
She's trying to intimidate him.
Didn't have to mind control his lost love.
You might have even been able to bring him in, right? You might have been even able to say hey, Spider-Man, I'm looking for my sister, or whatever. But he's but instead she chooses I'm going to mess with you in particular. So he feels like he got to MJ without her getting to MJ, but surprise, she already got to MJ. And you have this moment where like they're on the rooftop and they're explaining stuff, and MJ has this heart to heart with him, and he's like, "Hey, I remember kind of who you are, but I'm not sure." Yada yada. And she goes to kiss him. She kisses Peter, and she's like, "I remember everything." It's a very touching moment. Only for her to be like, haha, I was Jean Grey the whole time. Joke's on you.
That was nice.
It's a
Foil.
prank,
Which
bro.
is crazy.
Gotta kill him
Yeah,
right there.
That's wild. That's wild to do. That is the most insane thing to do to someone, especially you know how bad it's been for Spider-Man. Just be like, I'm gonna mess with you in this way. I know you really care. I know you're really torn up about the whole thing, but wouldn't it be funny? Wouldn't it be funny if I mind controlled your former girlfriend to tell you exactly what you want to hear, only to rip it out from under you at the last second?
Yeah. You know what? Now I just changed my stance. She was a villain.
When
Hey,
for whatever reason, Spider-Man does not appreciate that bit.
he didn't find it amusing.
He did not find it amusing. And she uses the last bit of her mind control to throw Mary Jane off of the roof. In addition, when Spider-Man manages to catch and save her, and then she's like, "Yep, I can get you anywhere. You can't stop me. Da-da-da-da. Leave me alone. Stick out of it." And she kind of shows up in a vehicle, and this is where Palantir Parker is able to use the cameras and databases and tracking devices to figure out that she's Jean Grey.
Hey, you know, I'm not gonna lie, this threw me off. I mean, not threw me off, but this actually did surprise me because I actually avoided leaks or this movie and whatnot.
How?
I need your powers.
Hey, I watched the trailer once, and even in the trailer, when I saw the trailer, I'm like, what? Who could this villain even be? Like, because in my head, I'm not gonna lie, going into it, I'm like, okay, this might be like a spider totem scenario. Where maybe this is like a Madam Web where she's controlling other people through spider ability. I don't know. Like that's like I'm just like it's so.
The second I saw, I granted I don't know if this was in the trailer, but I know there was like, at the very least, there's like footage or like pictures. But the second I saw Sadie Sink wearing a yellow hoodie, with a green jacket, I was like, that's Jean Grey. And like the trailer, the trailer showed mind control. I was like, yeah, she's Jean Grey. She's obviously playing Jean Grey.
I didn't even like know that. Well, I heard like Sadie Sink, was like filming as Jean.
Yeah,
but like I didn't think it would be for this movie at all. Like I was expecting it to be like in like an X-Men related like project or even like in Doomsday or where like they're bringing in the X-Men. I genuinely was like shocked.
Yeah,
when they're like, it's Jean Grey. I'm like, what? And that makes so much sense.
Yeah, I was thinking, based off the description of the character that was going to be appearing, I thought they were going to go with the Peter Parker's sister. And I was like,
Teresa Parker?
Yeah, I was going with Teresa Parker. Imagine just her just showing up. I was like, okay, I guess we're going with that. We're just going there.
It's a cool review. It's a cool review if you weren't scouring the internet for like.
You did not have to scour the internet, bro.
I don't know.
You did not have to scour the internet.
It was out there.
I feel like if you might have, the surprise might have got spoiled for some people, but it wasn't for me. I'm glad.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Good for you, bro.
I think this is a real. I think the divide here is, do you use Twitter or not? Right? Because if you use Twitter, or X, the Everything app, and you were following any comic book stuff, you would have seen this a mile away. But I guess if you never do that, then yes, this would be a surprise.
I also thought it was going to be Mr. Negative.
I thought that first too, but
that was the original plan, from what I heard.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
The original plan, I think there was, if I remember correctly, there was some casting and some stuff early on that would have had Mr. Negative in it.
They found one Asian guy.
I feel like I feel like an Asian guy was cast around this time to be Mr. Negative.
The costly move. You know, I'm already Shang-Chi, right?
Or it's that situation where like a Spider-Man fan sees a white blonde lady or a black kid in New York, and they think,
anything,
it's Miles.
Bruh, I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking every black person was Miles for a minute. Every black, bruh. When Spider-Man showed, when they showed the cop that was always calling Spider-Man, what was her name, like DeRosa?
Oh yeah,
DeWolf. DeWolf. I was like, my first thought was, wait a minute, is that Miles' mom? Is that? And she's talking about kids. They're like, ah! And then she showed her kids. They're like, is that Miles? Nah, she's crying. Or maybe, or maybe like at the end with the hospital scene where is that little kid on his shoulders looking at him. I was just like, is that Miles?
Yeah.
Spider-Man fancies one white.
Okay, so yeah, a year ago or so, there was rumor. There was definitely rumors for a while that there was going to be Mr. Negative, especially even though I think Mr. Negative is not, he's Chinese and he's not Japanese, but the Hand plays a role.
Yeah.
In this. Because, okay, I am doing a little bit of fact-checking and research, and there was a rumor, like over a year ago, that they were casting for a 30 to 50-year-old Asian actor for a role. So, that's where the Mr. Negative stuff,
please then.
The rumors took off.
Okay.
I'm pretty, I think you can see...
I can see it, the elements.
That you could replace Jean Grey with Mr. Negative, kind of. It'd be different, but especially the finale and stuff. If you had Mr. Negative working with, like, I don't know, damage control or some sort of other element, and you can see a situation where it's Mr. Negative that got to the Hulk, instead of Jean Grey. I mean, that could have happened for sure, and all the stuff with the Hand could have replaced with his gang, the Inner Demons.
Yeah,
like.
They could have still had the Hand low key, but just
I feel like at one point it was Mr. Negative. I just feel that way. I could be wrong, but I think it was at one point.
I could for sure see it, especially with all the inner turmoil Peter has to like go through in this movie, and that just fits in Mr. Negative story line. And I could even see the inspiration with it where Peter's eyes go black. When he's getting more and more arachnified. So, yeah, no, I could have definitely seen a Mr. Negative version of this event playing a similar fact. In fact, it probably would have... I think it would work just as well, honestly, if not better.
Yeah. But yeah, so Jean Grey is doing her thing. And, at this point in time, he decides the best way to keep Mary Jane safe is to take her somewhere where Jean Grey does not know about, and that is give her to the Punisher. I guess Peter knows where the Punisher lives, in his booby trap spot, and he's like, "Yo, Punisher, can you hold on to my friend here and protect her? You owe me."
For Staten Island.
Whatever happened to Staten Island? I do.
I do like that. They should please never ever develop that or say anything. Don't make that a thing. Don't put it on a TV show. Just it's fine.
The Punisher TV show, they just do the whole Staten Island thing.
Because I know in Black Widow there's a long thing about Budapest, with her and Hawkeye. And I think they might have shown a bit of that in the Hawkeye show. But it was not necessary, I think.
Or
but it's a fun bit.
Or how Nick Fury lost his eye.
Yes, how Nick Fury lost his eye. Perfect example.
Perfect example right there. Yeah, we did not need to see that.
I lost it because a friend betrayed me.
I don't know, I really don't know what they're thinking. I thought, I know exactly what they were thinking. They thought it was funny.
Yeah. They
thought the bit was funny enough to, replace whatever, a drama was behind that line, but it wasn't. The bit was not funny enough.
And just character assassin.
Yeah.
All I did was character assassinate. Marvel was moving mad.
Bad look right there. It was a bad look.
So you got some really great bits with Punisher and Spidey. They have a pretty good rapport. Yeah. And there's a real hey, we do things different, but we respect each other. And, we are on good terms. And we're finally... And Punisher's always kind of joshing Spider-Man. And being like, you really do this? Really... you're not even going to take your mask off to drink coffee. And you're really running around like this. And, I think it stays faithful to the Punisher character, while also being a slightly relaxed and goofier version of him, which I enjoy. I mean, this is a very good Punisher. And, I feel like Spider-Man isn't as much of an arc on him as Daredevil is.
Yeah. I think the difference is, one, Spidey can handle Punisher. You know what I mean? He is if, for instance, if they were in a crowd of people trying to kill them, right? Punisher would try to, or just in a crowd of people just wanted to fight him, right? Punisher instant thing would be to kill everyone, but Daredevil can't stop that. If Punisher's gonna shoot in the crowd, he's gonna kill at least a couple of them guys. But Spider-Man can actually has the strength and agility to do that.
Yeah.
But other than that, but also the other thing is he's not as preachy as a Daredevil about the moral code. You know what I mean? He prefers to not kill. He would be hey, these guys that we're going after, don't kill them because they didn't do any work killing, or they're not. Don't kill these guys, right? But if
and also they're not aliens, so
yeah. But if there was
if they're aliens, it's a different picture.
Yeah.
But if Punisher went out and was hey yo, I gotta kill this guy on the other end of New York, Spider-Man isn't gonna be nah, don't do that. He's gonna mind his own business. He's gonna be all right, I guess it has nothing to do with me.
So Punisher stays to protect MJ. There's some really great moments with MJ. I mean, their chemistry is really strong, of course, because they're married. But Zendaya and Tom Holland have really great chemistry and really great moments in between a curtain, and they really kind of share this scene together where they talk about John's relationships, and he talks about why he doesn't have any relationships right now, but he used to, and he had to put him away to protect them. And she also was able to help him make a perfect version of the inhibitor chip, so he is able to suppress the extra arachnid DNA and operate like he normally does. So from here we hear there's something going wrong with damage control, so he goes to stop it, and all throughout you just see all the destruction in the building, and you hear a banging, like a constant banging, like something's trying to get in.
Mm.
And what has happened is Jean Grey has mind jacked the Hulk
Whoops.
in order to break into the damage control vault.
Interesting.
I just. What are you gonna say?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say it was. Yeah, it was interesting to see Hulk back again. Oh, more of like Doctor Hulk. I don't know what Professor Hulk. She's, but yeah, that was an interesting scene there, just to bring him back, and very sad for Bruce Banner, for a guy who just wants to live a simple life.
Yeah, she also completely ruined Bruce Banner's life. She just comes in and just messes it up, screws it up, just cause.
Right. She's just there, just ruining it. I'm like, bro, what did he do?
So he starts to beat down the wall, and then Spider-Man gets involved, and then it turns into a fight between Hulk and Spider-Man, and he holds his own pretty well, but isn't, of course, not fantastic at it, because it's still the Hulk. And Punisher shows up to give an assist, and together they are able to, at the very least, hit him hard enough that the connection between Hulk and Jean Grey is broken. And then Jean Grey can't get back in his head. But she is able to mind jack Punisher and get into his head, and then use Punisher to do what she wants to do, which is get in the vault and plant a bunch of bombs. But the Hulk threat is not over, because he goes from Professor back to Banner, but the cat's already out of the bag, and Banner goes to Savage Hulk, which we have not seen in many years.
Yeah, like it's
to see that man again.
Crazy.
I mean, we haven't seen it since what, Age of Ultron?
Since Infinity War.
No.
Well, are you talking about like?
And I wouldn't call Infinity War Savage Hulk. Infinity War, because
it was more contained.
Yeah, because the Infinity War. I mean, I'm not gonna give the Ragnarok Hulk the dignity of calling him a Green Scar. I'm not giving that sauce and aura, but that was a Hulk that was clearly a bit more in his mind, and had like a role and had different things. He wasn't like full savage, right?
That's fair. I mean, I guess
like
I think it's just more so the fact that like Hulk can, and just other strong things around, Hulk gets a little bit more sensible. Not sensible, but like he does a target. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of know why he's with Abomination. You know, he's just kind of gravitating towards him and the Incredible Hulk.
Mm-hmm. So he's really big. And Spider-Man does a good job. He takes some good hits, but it's the Hulk. You know, it is the Hulk. He hits him with a shocker fist. He has a bunch of different web stuff. But Hulk was still. Hulk was gonna kill that boy. You know, but he is able to say, "Okay, man, I'm Peter Parker," and Hulk remembers who he is. And that kind of like, you know, triggers something where he calms down just enough to get dragged off the building
on that scene.
And
like, how does those two characters interacted, like the Hulk and Peter Parker? Like, I don't remember.
That's what I was trying to think. Like in the MCU, when did they ever really?
Oh, when the Hulk and Peter, you're correct. Yeah, because Bruce Banner and Peter have interacted, but the Hulk and Peter, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been Bruce's. It could have been Bruce's. Mind taking over.
Yeah,
when you heard Peter Parker's name. But like, when did Bruce and Peter ever see
Infinity War and Endgame? Well, Endgame mostly.
Okay, maybe I missed it. But or at least it wasn't like at a. I don't feel like, maybe I'm forgetting, but I don't think they've ever really had a deep connection like that now.
But this is able to stop the Hulk temporarily, and he falls off. It transforms back to Banner. Meanwhile, Punisher is able to plant bombs around the vault and blow it open. And I think Tremalatrillian, like Metzger. I don't want to put an L there. Metzger is in there, and he is with the rest of the staff. And there's nothing really that scandalous in the vault.
No.
Which is...
It's just a room.
I mean, maybe there is something in there. We just don't know. Maybe it's like records or something important. But I find it interesting. They have this huge vault, and there was nothing really in it that we can see. That you need this crazy vault for.
It's the room where her sister was. Was it not?
No. That's a whole different facility.
Oh, okay. Huh.
I don't know what the vault is.
I thought the vault had something more into it, but then it was just like, no.
Unless it's supposed to be like a panic room,
I guess.
But like, I don't know. I do find it interesting that they had this crazy vault with guards on it that you need the Hulk to break into, and there really isn't anything going on in there.
Maybe it has her sister's dead body.
Maybe.
Crazy.
Or it could be there's something going on in there, but not plot relevant to us.
I need to see that. I need to see it again. You sure it wasn't like? Because I guess I just assumed that it was like the room.
No, when they opened the vault, it was just Metzger and his guys hiding in the back of the room. That was it. There was nothing else going on in there, man. It wasn't like, the camera turns and Metzger's like, oh yes, here's my fully working Sentinel prototype or whatever. There's nothing going on in there.
Yeah, okay. That's weird. That's just a weird inclusion for them to just be nothing.
I think it's supposed to be like a red herring, right?
I guess.
I guess for you, and then you, like I said, you could reason that maybe they have like super secret other stuff that's just not relevant to us.
A super secret hiding room.
They so Gene is trying to figure out what's going on. It's like, VMAX, give me VMAX, whatever. And Mesker's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't know what you're talking about. He jumps his head for a little bit or tries to root around. But then Spider-Man throws the inhibitor chip on her, and then Mesker shoots her with a tranquilizer dart and captures her. And it's like, well, we did it, Spider-Man. The day is saved. We stopped this. We stopped the Hulk. Right? Poor Bruce Banner is getting taken away. I think there's a report where they say he got taken away to like a psych ward. And that's his life down the toilet.
Thanks, Spider-Man.
You really outdone yourself this time.
Yeah. So then, Spider-Man goes back and to Punisher's place, meets up with MJ, and MJ is holding a letter. Because he still has a letter from No Way Home. We talked about it earlier, but he has a letter from No Way Home where he explains everything to her. And he was going to give to her, but decided not to. And he left it on the table. MJ finds it, and she's like, wow, is this true? Take out the mask, you're Peter. It's like, I don't remember you at all. And
womp, womp.
In a very moment that's very reminiscent of Gamora in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is a real like, hey, I understand why, I would have liked you, but I don't remember you. Like, I don't love you because I don't know you. And it's very brutal.
Yeah,
a very just like me for real scene right there.
He's just like me for real.
What have you also erased memories of people that you care about?
Wasn't exactly.
Is this a common occurrence?
Hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do for the greater good.
Good. Okay. So they have this kind of moment, but he takes her back, and then she's like, "Well, while you're here, you might as well say hi to Ned." And he doesn't reveal himself to Ned, but then Ned just has a day where he hangs out with Spider-Man, I guess. Which is also it must be a weird thing to be like, Spider-Man is at your house and builds Lego sets with you, jokes around and hangs out. That must be a very weird thing.
I mean, you can have a day with anybody, to be honest. Just
he is a friendly neighborhood.
He is a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah, but I'd be like a celebrity, like I don't know, what's a good example?
That would be Jordan.
Like if The Rock showed up at your house and then like just hung out, and like played video games with you.
And then I'd immediately tell him, how long do I have to live?
Yeah, basically.
Actually, they're probably like as a day, like, yo, what did the doctor just tell you?
He said I was going to be all right. I said I was going to leave in like 2 months.
It was a regular checkup. I don't know.
Yeah. Truly.
And he knows your name.
Yeah, I was like, hey, Ned, what's going on, buddy? You want to play some Legos? Well, MJ tells me you're a real tough fighter,
She said you're my biggest fan.
It's really? Yeah.
Let me tell you about all the stories I had fighting crime real quick.
Oh, thanks, Spider-Man.
You know what you're going through. You're kind of like an Avenger too.
I know one day you'll be just as good of a hero as me.
Oh my god!
And remember, Dad, I'm not the hero. You are.
So then Elena shows up on the computer and he's like, "Hey, I looked up through the files and I looked up Jean Grey, and then I found out that like it's Sarah Grey, because before she collapses, Jean says something with Sarah, and Metzger is like, "Oh, Sarah, that must be her going through my mind when I thought about Sarah, but I don't know anything about Sarah." And he learns from MJ that actually, when you're mind controlled, you don't remember anything.
Yeah.
So he knows Metzger's lying. Then Yelena contacts him and finds out that Sarah is Jean's sister. And we see a flashback of Jean, who's locked up, where Jean, sister Sarah, is kidnapped by the damage control people a few years ago. And they're both telepaths. And yeah, that was supposed to be like a wholesome scene, until the damage control people show up. Yeah. But I think this shows that the beauty mind can't be trusted, because these people, these quote unquote innocent telepaths, these quote unquote harmless mutants, are body jumping people for fun.
Hey man, she's
as a fun activity they do in the park. they'll jack your brain.
Imagine just innocently just walking in the park and then suddenly like dark for like 2 seconds.
You wake up somewhere else.
Exactly. These mutants.
I'm just saying we need a system where we can like maybe register these people. I'm not saying anything. We should do anything, but we should be aware.
Yeah, be aware of them.
We should be aware.
So you excited enough for the mutant control initiative? I'm guessing.
I'm just
The first signature on the paper.
So during this process, while she's locked up, they basically put her in this like system where they're like bombarding her with these like waves, these energy waves that are on her mind, because they're basically trying to push your brain so they can get recordings off of it. So the end goal is they can copy and steal her telepathic powers, and so they can use it wherever.
Mhm.
So while bombarding her with all these different mental like attacks to record this process, she is when she's like taking all these like all this damage, she looks up and she sees a vent, like an air vent, and in the air vent there's like a peeling piece of sticker on the thing. And it's supposed to say Vent Max on it. That's the brand of air vent. But because the sticker is peeling, all you can see is V Max. And she realizes that the reason that her sister sent her the message of VMAX was as she was literally dying, being tortured to death in this chair, the last thing that she saw was VMAX. And she sent out like this psychic message to her sister, like all across New York. That was just the last thing she saw as she was dying. And that really makes Jean Grey mad. That really makes her mad. And all the different psychic experiments that they were doing on her pushes her brain to her next state and allows her to fully activate her powers.
Valid crash out.
And she goes from this kind of nerf Jean Grey to real Jean Grey. And real Jean Grey is a problem. They rescue not have control of the situation. There's a moment where, Mesker's like, stop it, and he tries to stop it, and the guy's like, nope, there was no stopping this train. And she gains, she's able to start moving objects with telekinesis. She gains greater control of telepathy, and she unleashes a wave of psychic energy that for like a full kilometer freezes everyone in the area, in New York in place.
Can't believe what.
And I gotta say, this is another example of 0 days without 0 days without mass casualty incident or potential casualty incident in New York. Gotta reset the clock.
Right. Yeah, I thought we were going for a world record. Hold up. What's it been? 7 minutes?
Man, imagine you go from the Avengers, the Battle of New York, right?
Yeah.
Then you flash forward a couple years later, and there's another battle. No, you can go back even further. You have the Hulk battle in Harlem. Okay?
Yeah.
Then you have the Battle of New York.
Yeah.
And then you have the other Battle of New York with the what do you call Thanos' guys? The Black Order?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In the big wheel, the big ship that shows up.
Yeah.
Then you have the blip, right? Then after the blip, you have the void.
Yes. Yep.
And then you have the psychic attack. And hypothetically, there's somebody who survived all of these.
And then there's 9/11.
And there's 9/11 too. And there's 9/11. I forgot. You're right. And there's also 9/11. There's regular 9/11.
Oh yeah.
It's been a rough 20-25 years.
Yeah.
In New York City.
I mean, how are you still here at this point?
Yeah. Yeah. Rent must be astronomically cheap. Right.
Yeah. To get voided and blipped and frozen. Jeez.
The events of these movies all happen pre-Mom Donnie. So
yeah,
these are all pre-Mom Donnie.
So she so for new powers, Peter also shows up because before all this goes down, he's like, "Hey, I figured this out. I'm going to save Jean Grey," and he gets there he gets there after, gets him basically after he awakens her powers. So now, she doesn't want his help. She does not want Spider-Man's help, and she uses the hand to attack him.
Yeah.
And the hand or putting the beat down on
That
Spider-Man
was a really great,
for sure.
yeah, very good sequence. Action was pretty good. I yeah, just like the performance and how it looks is just that was like a really great action sequence there. Definitely.
And the hand, I think, really shows the importance of something I think the MCU has been missing,
Yeah.
and that is proper goons. Okay, you need. I think
original
the
term.
MCU has been missing the original term.
The
Yes,
original term.
goons, henchmen, thugs, um, all that terms. Because very often it is soldiers. Very often it is
Cookie.
like generic military people and mercenaries or like
It's just cookie cutter
robots.
aliens.
Very cookie cutter.
Just CGI blobs.
Yeah.
That's just it.
But having them all be like ninjas is really cool. That's a really fun thing that you can do because it's a comic book movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does not have to all be like Soldier Man.
Yeah.
And this could have easily, if you changed a couple of details, could have been all Soldier Men.
Yeah,
in here.
damage control.
But damage control.
But they added a little bit of like character into it
Mm-hmm.
from the performance, from the extras, just how they look, how they talk to Peter. Just it adds a little bit more flavor to the movie.
Yeah, and even the hand guys have distinct costumes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do like, I don't know what the hand looked like in the Daredevil show, but I don't think that their costumes were this red.
Yeah, I think they're a lot brighter in Brand New Day. Because it's in the Daredevil show, they're like
I'm looking it up. And they're either black or like dark red.
Yeah. So they kind of.
So yeah.
Yeah, I mess with how the current design for the hand is, and even like how Beto said, just the way that they are, don't have much to say when they are doing something, and they are like a cool presence. Like even the way they fight, like like it was like a move where one of them is like, we're just climbing on top of each other.
That was amazing.
Midway, like I'm like, okay, you guys are legit.
That really it makes it like, yeah, this is a comic book world. This is all silly, and this shouldn't work, but it works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If Daredevil was here, do you think he's able to fight these hand?
Maybe
these hand guys. And this hand I fought Daredevil. This was this.
No, they've upgraded a little bit. So, and then also there's a great bit where Gene points out like, these guys have anti-Spider-Man technology, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they developed technology just to mess with your webs. In the case where they had to take you down, like, they are not your friends. So like he has this big fight, and his chip is broken, and his mask is off, and it's like and you think what's gonna happen is it's gonna make him. Oh no, his chip's right. He takes it off.
Voluntarily takes it off. Yeah.
Yeah, and you think what's gonna happen is he's gonna tap into his dark side, and he's gonna have to go beast mode on these guys, and it's gonna be very edgy or whatever. But she has this moment where it's like, "Are you Spider-Man or Peter Parker?" And he's kind of taunting him, but instead it's a declaration that says, "No, I'm both, actually."
Yeah.
Like the spider is part of me, and I'm the spider. That's okay. I don't have to hide or reject this. It is me. He has this persona moment. You hear the music, do 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 do, and he walks in and gains the power. That he really gets a big power boost starting this. Like,
let's go.
He is straight up just punching straight through weapons. His webs are stronger.
Yep. But
his webs are going through the field, and they're stronger, and he just mops the floor of these guys kind of effortlessly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, this was a
You're
super
saying?
cool scene. Yeah, this was a super cool scene. Just him like finally accepted it, and it very much gave me like anime uh vibes, specifically like Naruto. Uh, where it's just like I don't know. You think it'd be too much if they added like a giant, if we go to his mind, right?
You're right. And there was a giant spider.
Yeah. From a giant
Talking to him. Yeah, well, actually, I'm glad you brought it up because this goes into my larger theory that what Spider-Man is actually about, Brand New Day, is you may think it's about, different themes of Spider-Man accepting himself or, moving past trauma or whatnot. But what it's actually about is Daniel Destin Cretton directing Naruto, actually. The whole movie is actually built about this. So think about this, right? Because I was talking to you guys after the movie screening, and I've developed my thoughts a little bit more. But what is this film about fundamentally? It's about the main character struggling with an inner beast, okay, that he's afraid of, and every time he taps into it, he gains power. He's violent and uncontrollable, and he doesn't know what to do with it. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Then in the climax, he is able to accept this power, all right, and tap into it. Because of it, he's stronger. He gains greater power than he ever had. He's able to defeat his enemies. And who is he fighting? Ninjas. Okay? He's fighting ninjas. Specifically, because it could be anybody. As we said, it could be any kind of generic military guys. But he's fighting ninjas. And how does he beat these ninjas? With a spin technique. Okay? Alright? That's him foreshadowing him directing Naruto and Naruto using the Rasengan. Okay? It's all
intertwined.
It's all subliminal. And also, if you look back in Ned's apartment, he has a very prominent Naruto poster in his apartment.
Spider-Man Brand New Day is just live action Naruto.
And how does he beat Jean Grey? Talk no jutsu. And he shares his sad backstory and his trauma with Jean Grey, and that is able to bring her back over the edge. And I'm telling you, it's all Naruto. It's all him saying, "Yo, Naruto's in good hands." That's what Spider-Man Brand New Day actually is about.
You know who also swings? Naruto. When he was alone.
This is true. It's actually all Naruto setup.
It's just a soft pitch for Naruto.
It's all soft pitch for Naruto.
Hey, I respect it.
It's all preparing us for his new cast when they cast Tom Holland as Naruto and Zendaya as Sakura and John Bernthal as not Sasuke, as Kakashi.
Let me tell you something, Naruto. Alright.
This is what it's actually all about.
I see John Bernthal as a Zabuza.
I was gonna say that. John Bernthal as Zabuza would go kind of hard.
Let me tell you something, kid. Your words cut more deeper than any blade.
So Naruto is coming. But yeah, as I've said, he does talk to Jutsu Jean Grey. He lets her get into his mind, and then Jean Grey is able to see a really great memory of his Aunt May, where she explains to Spider-Man that the fact that there'll be times when things go bad, you may lose people you know, but what I need you to remember is what makes you special is not necessarily you being Spider-Man, but you being Peter, right? Yeah. And you had this special quality, and I always love you for it. And Jean Grey is able to see this memory and be part of it and kind of reconcile her own traumas that involved her mother abandoning her. And I find that very interesting. I think that was done very, very well.
Yeah.
It's a great scene. But meanwhile, the Punisher has decided that the best way that he can stop this crisis is a setup. The sniper setup 1 kilometer away, and shoot Jean Grey. And he almost does it. He almost does it until Peter uses a spider sense to, push her out of the way, and he's shot instead. And Punisher, Jean Grey sticks by Peter, and I think she's helping him breathe. Like, she's using her psychic powers to kind of help him breathe and help him stay alive. And the Punisher is able to walk into a hospital and bring Spider-Man in, and he's never arrested. Which is funny, because in, I think, Daredevil Season 2, in his first appearance, he shoots up a hospital. And I think that is...
He'd be on a no-visit list.
Yeah, I think there should be a response to using the Punisher in hospital.
I like how unhinged Frank is, especially in scenarios. But this is...
Then again, that was a long time ago, right? That has to have been like...
Yeah.
Because with the blip included, that would have had to have happened like at least 10 years. Yeah. 10 years ago. In time. Maybe everyone forgot about it.
People change,
Yeah, people change, and you could just waltz in. It's like mass murder, that's fine. Vigilante, fine.
Yeah, I mean, because he already had like the court case, and then he got pardoned. And then he got like unpardoned. I don't know. Punisher is a weird.
He got unpardoned.
He didn't get unpardoned. He just did more crimes.
Oh,
I'm like wondering. It's like, when did he get pardoned? I don't think you would pardon a guy named the Punisher.
At the end of Punisher Season 1.
Oh.
The government, because basically the whole plot of Punisher Season 1 was that his family dying was like a government hit on him.
Mm-hmm.
And he uncovers a bunch of evidence. He fights his old military buddies and does a bunch of other stuff. And basically they said, okay, Frank, we know that you did all this stuff and killed all the people, but it looks really bad on us. So we're going to let you go. All right? Don't get up to any other shenanigans, okay, Frank? And then he gets up to more shenanigans.
Yeah. I mean, I think... I haven't seen it, but maybe the special they released with Punisher or recently explains why why he's such a...
I think he just kills more people in the special, dog.
Oh,
I think that's what he does. I think he just kills more people, dog.
After that stuff. But he kills the good people.
Mm-hmm. So Spider-Man's like in critical condition. All of New York is out there for him. They want him to recover. Yeah. Punisher is there watching him. I guess the doctors have the craziest NDA in history.
Well, I guess it's because he doesn't want to be known as the guy who killed Spider-Man.
That's the other thing.
New York will turn him out.
I think it's a real, how did Spider-Man get shot? I don't know. It could have been anyone. It was crazy in there. I tracked the bullet. He was like, I don't know. Maybe it was damage control guys. It's like, yeah, but it's weird. It appears that he got shot by a sniper round.
And sniper rounds aren't small. They are very big.
Yeah, but really big. Like, he got hit by a 308, and he's like, that could have been, who knows? I don't.
It's like, this thing could have splattered a person
also,
into
you didn't
smithereens.
Have super precise accuracy to hit him from.
Yeah. Also, wasn't everyone frozen in that 1 kilometer radius?
Right.
So it would have to have been shot by someone outside of the radius.
Like a master marksman or something.
You can say.
It
Just real
it could have been Bullseye.
It could have been Bullseye. Who can say?
I don't know. Bullseye is more of a closer, projectile person. It had to be. This is definitely a super soldier. Like or
Yeah,
the equivalent.
I'm telling you, but yeah, like as we said, Punisher is not making it out of New York. They're gonna kill him. They're gonna kill him.
It looks like if the Knicks lost.
Yeah.
You'll see in the next season of Daredevil is like, Frank, what were you doing shooting up a kid? How do you
So so all that goes down, and he is able to stay anonymous and move on. Punisher kind of impersonates him a little bit to give him cover, and they all go on. Apparently, Metzger escaped. He just got away to parts unknown. So whatever they decide is going to happen with these characters after Doomsday. I know part of the ending for me, it's good, but it kind of reeks of
You know how to end it.
We can't commit to anything too hard because everything is going to get shook up and rebooted a little bit in Secret Wars.
Mm-hmm.
There's elements of this where it's like, okay, MJ. It almost feels like MJ is remembering some stuff because she has the necklace or pendant that he gave to her in the second movie.
Mm-hmm.
And at the very end, he sees Ned and he gives him they do the handshake.
Yeah.
And which Ned remembers from muscle memory, because they've done it so many times. And he's able to say, oh, Peter. And, there's two ways to look at it. It's either him connecting the fact that, MJ said that Spider-Man's name was Peter, and he's connecting this to him, or it could be him remembering. Who knows? How that works.
I hope that the next movie he still doesn't remember. I hope that happens.
I think it's a mix of both. Like he recalls MJ calling Spider-Man Peter earlier, and but he also feels like, remember, he always felt this connection to Spider-Man, even though he didn't know who he was. Spider-Man always, in his mind, always just popped up whenever he needed him, when they were like kids. So Spider-Man to him was already like a centralized figure, and he felt like there was some connection to him already. So him doing that with Peter would not only made him think of what MJ said about Spider-Man's name being Peter, but it's also like, if I have this, I'm able to do this on a whim, and I feel like I'm connecting this to the feeling of me losing that specific person that tied me to Spider-Man. Could it be that the Peter that is Spider-Man is also related to this movement, related to this bond that I feel like I'm missing? So it's pretty. I think it's pretty clever, to kind of, because they already set the seeds for that earlier. And if certain seeds weren't planted earlier, he probably wouldn't have came to this conclusion.
Now, and Jean Grey goes to, I guess, upstate New York, where I wish I could say to see the X-Men, but I don't know. Where, like I said, we are the holding pattern until Secret Wars. So who can say where she's going? To meet with who? We won't know. None of those people are getting movies before Secret Wars. So,
From what I've heard about this is like the director, he asked for Jean Grey to be in this movie. So it wasn't up to Kevin Feige to be put this in the movie. So
because we're getting they've already cast Emma Frost, for example, right? Yeah. They've cast, I think, Rogue.
Yeah.
Emma Frost and maybe one other person, but we're already in new casting for the X-Men. I think by next, I don't know, D23 or Comic-Con or whatever, we'll probably have a full X-Men cast.
Right.
And then they're gonna, kind of direct what's gonna happen next. But until then, we're kind of we don't know, what way is who's gonna be Professor X or Magneto or, et cetera, et cetera. But it's interesting.
Yeah,
it's an interesting thing. Yeah.
So I think that is the end of Brand New Day. There is a post-credit scene where you see the spider tracker, and it's like, "Where's Spider-Man?" And then it goes like somewhere out, like in space. I think that is setting up Battle World. That's where Spider-Man's at.
Mhm.
Because I don't think Spider-Man's in Doomsday, or if he is, he's probably not in like a big amount. I think Spider-Man's really gonna be in Secret Wars, where Spider-Man hasn't been announced for Doomsday, I should say, so far.
Mhm.
Yeah. So who can say? If you had a bet right now, what do you think's gonna make more money? Spider-Man Brand New Day or Doomsday?
Spider-Man.
I think I got Doomsday.
I think Spider-Man.
I'm going Spider-Man.
I think Spider-Man will ultimately be the better movie, but like people have been waiting for like an Avengers film for like ever. And
not these Avengers. Not these Avengers.
Bro, tickets are already sold out.
Yeah, and
the moment like the trailer like dropped, and this is like months in advance.
For regular theaters or for Infinity Vision? Or for IMAX, or they don't have IMAX actually.
They have Infinity Vision.
All right, so here's my theorem. Here's why I don't think so. Right? One, it's Spider-Man. So I think Spider-Man probably also was like a similar boat.
But like we've had like a lot of Spider-Man content, or at least compared to like Avengers.
Yeah, I know. There's a reason. He's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Okay, like I said, there isn't a big three. There's just Big Me in this game. It's all Spider-Man, baby. And hypothetically, an Avengers would do more. Hypothetically, 2019 Avengers would do more than Spider-Man. True. It's not 2019 anymore, brother. This ain't the same lineup, brother. Okay?
It's not the same lineup.
We're not like, it's Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor, and Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther, and all these guys. It's or even the guy. We haven't even seen the Guardians of the Galaxy, which were hot, back then. Mm-hmm. Instead it's not Iron Man, right? It's, I guess, Doctor Doom. It's a big pull, and then you have not Captain America. You have Falcon Captain America. You have Steve Rogers as a guy, as Steve Rogers. You have Thor, which is probably the biggest pull right now. You have Shuri Black Panther, right? You have backup Black Widow.
Yep.
Okay. And instead of the Avengers, you have the Thunderbolts, right? And you have Shang-Chi.
Yeah, all the Shang-Chi guys.
All the Shang-Chi boys are going to roll out. I'm saying that lineup is not the same. It's not the same lineup. I mean, the biggest advantage is you have the Fox X-Men, but they're all old.
Yeah, but people will show up for like Xavier and Magneto, and like people. And remember, Doomsday has been teased and like mentioned for like years at this point, and it's like a real like. Has it not been like it's been like, I feel like every year it's like there's like a Doomsday.
No,
like with like a casting or whatnot.
No, originally it was Kang. And then they switch.
They did the
Doom stuff didn't really get rolling until Fantastic Four.
But even still, like just Doom by himself, I feel like is a good enough.
For us, we're comic book fans. We read comic books. Doom itself.
Yeah.
Do you know what the general audience exposure to Doom is?
But if you say
the 2000s Fantastic Four movie at Fan Four Stick.
But if you say this is this universe's next Thanos, I think that next Thanos is a good enough pull.
I don't
like how.
Okay, there's one more factor you're not counting. There's a very big factor you're not counting.
And already Robert Downey Jr., of course.
No, that's not it. The factor you're not counting is it's launching the same day as Dune 3.
hate to be that guy. Dude, people are gonna go show up. More people are gonna show up for Doomsday than Doom.
Yes, more people will show up for Doomsday. You're correct. You're not wrong. You were not wrong. But Dune 3 is going to take away seats. Dune 3, by its existence, for one, is just straight up taking away IMAX away from Avengers, right? Dune 3 has all the IMAX screens. That's why they had to make their bootleg IMAX. It's because Dune 3 has all the IMAX screens, right? And those IMAX screens, and basically, we're freaks. No, we're not freaks, actually. Sorry. I say that. We're not freaks. We're
You're
A-list members. We're A-list members, okay? And as A-list members, as you know, you can see up to 4 movies a week.
Yeah.
In any format. So it is no problem for us to see both Doom and Doomsday, right? But for a second, I want you to feel the plight of the average consumer, okay, who doesn't have an A-list. Think about this. There's millions of Americans right now who don't have an A-list.
Yeah.
So they have to pay if they're the choices. I gotta see Dune or Doomsday. Some people may pick Dune instead for that weekend.
I think the average person, if they're choosing between Dune and Doomsday, if they pick Dune, that's because Doomsday has already sold out.
I don't know, man. I think there's for one, the opening weekend will not be as big as Spider-Man's. It won't, right? Spider-Man, huh?
The Doomsday tickets are already sold out for opening.
I need to fact check this. I need to Beto, pull it up. Pull the
Evie.
Yeah, Evie. Let me see.
One of the seats.
I actually did. I was conscripted to. Pert will get seats, as you can see from a screening near.
Okay. I fact checked. Oh wait, what's this?
This is an 8 o'clock screening.
Don't dox us.
Right. Don't care.
yeah, don't dox us, bro.
No, it's not. It doesn't show the theater.
Okay.
It's just this is AMC.
But only this is only for Infinity Vision screen times.
Infinity Vision doesn't exist. It's not a real thing.
But what I'm saying is, this is only for the 40X, Screen X, big things. So they're sold out, but it's only a certain kind of ticket. It's kind of like Nolan, right? Mm-hmm. The Odyssey was sold out last year, but only IMAX, right? Mm-hmm. So only the super expensive ones is sold out. So it's not like every theater for a normal person is sold out right now. A lot are. I'm not taking this away. I'm not taking this away. But however, okay, let's see. We'll do.
I feel like if there's a standard version, that's awesome. If there's a standard version of
Dune 3 tickets aren't on sale yet. Okay, the Dune 3 tickets aren't on sale yet. I bet you right now they're going to sell out too. They're going to sell out too. And what's going to happen is there's going to be people who the choice is going to be: do I see Avengers, which has been shaky, right? Mm-hmm. Marvel has been shaky, and there's no Spider-Man, right? None of my guys are there. There's no Spider-Man. Or do I watch Dune, which I know is going to be good?
Hey, you were putting a lot of faith that people are
Dune is a popular franchise now. Dune is a franchise. Every movie has done better and better. I'm saying is it's going to. Of course, Doomsday will sell more than Dune. I'm not saying that, but Dune is going to impact Doomsday sales. Okay, there will be people who, if they have to choose between Dune and Doomsday, are going to see Dune 3. Okay, especially if Dune 3 is really, really good. That's not a factor. This is assuming both movies are good. Imagine if Doomsday is bad and Dune is good. Then what?
But what
I'm saying the opening weekend, people will shout for Doomsday, but if they come back and they tell their friends Doomsday was mid or Doomsday sucked, right? The legs won't be there. But Dune is going to have Dune's going to have good legs. I think Dune, week after week, is going to have good legs. And if Doomsday is not great, and there's not a good reason for people to show back up, it will not have good legs. If Doomsday sucks or is mid, people aren't going to want to come back next week to watch it again. People are not going to want to recommend it to their friends.
Okay, but
and that's going to, I think that long term, it's going to impact sales.
I'd also argue, right, that like, because here's the thing, Doomsday is a Marvel property, and just off rip, even if Spider-Man isn't announced for the movie, there's still people that are completely ignoring that and gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna see the OG Avengers. But
the OG Avengers are in it.
Then the regular person isn't gonna know that. The regular person is just gonna see Avengers and be like, "This is a new Avengers film."
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, there's gonna be people. If the movie is mid or sucks, these people are gonna walk out and they're gonna say, "Dang, that Avengers sucks. There wasn't even Spider-Man." And they're gonna tell their friends. Who didn't go that weekend, and then those people are not gonna go the next week.
I'm keeping it a bean. I'm keeping it a buck, right? The regular person, if they're told that like Avengers Doomsday is mid or it isn't worth watching or it's bad, if they decide to not go see Doomsday, they're not suddenly switching up their plans to see Doom. They're just gonna stay home.
But I'm just saying, okay, you're right. You're right, but some people might, but if they hear, yo, Dune was incredible, bro, you gotta see Dune, dog. That was one of the greatest things I ever saw. Think about all the people who showed up for the Odyssey.
Yeah, but
the Odyssey, my guy.
Odyssey's different because one, it's a Christopher Nolan, and two, it was a special like screening
thing. It has a bunch of stars and good actors that people like.
A bunch of stars like Zendaya and Tom Holland and
yeah, and you know what has Zendaya and Robert Pattinson and a bunch of other actors? Dune. You know what doesn't have Zendaya? Doomsday.
But they have an equal. But they have
the facts. I'm doing the math.
They have RDJ,
bro. That's another big
problem. Okay. Here's my big prediction. Okay, I'm going to put my foot down right now. If the Rotten Tomatoes for Doomsday is below 70%, right? I think its profit cap is 1.2 billion. That's still pretty good, but I think that's its cap. If it's below 70%, its cap is 1.2 billion. If it's below 60%, its cap is probably like 800, probably like $1 billion to 800 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if it's good, I think the cap is 1.8 billion, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if Dune is good, Dune's also good, right? If this is the best Dune movie we've seen, mm-hmm. I think it can hit $1 billion. I think it's gonna be somewhere between 800 million to $1 billion.
That's right.
Right, and if they're both good, I think they can both do well, but I think they are going to leech off of each other a bit. But I think if you have a case where Dune 3 is great and Avengers is not, we could see a Rise of Skywalker collapse.
Yes, sir.
Because remember, just because it's a big franchise does not mean it's immortal, man. We've seen many a big franchise in recent times take big hits. Now, I think there's a certain level of protection that this has because it's the Avengers. Mm. I can't see it making under $1 billion. I just can't right now. But you could see a Rise of Skywalker collapse if it's bad.
Yes, sir.
That's all I'm saying. Okay, this is my market prediction.
I All right, but I'm just saying, don't be surprised if when the tickets drop, you you don't need to stress to get seats for Dune.
Like I said, I think I'm not worried about the first weekend, man. I'm not worried about the first weekend. Now, that being said, I can guarantee you right now, Avengers Doomsday first weekend will not make as much as Spider-Man first weekend. This first weekend made like $1 billion, right up close to that. Doomsday is not going to make that. That's my prediction. I'm sticking by it.
Okay.
Unless it's amazing. Unless it is amazing, it's not making that.
Okay, we'll see. Because it's already.
We'll see.
Like I said, it's already sold
but,
out. Everywhere.
If I'm correct, I'm not a prophet. I'm just I just study the data. Okay, I just study the data. I'm just
this guy's data watching. I think
but that being said, if we give our our final score for Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Oh yeah.
I would call this peak. Middle peak, for sure.
Okay. For me, I really enjoyed it. The more I actually meditate on it, the more I realize how much I enjoy it. And even though I don't think it's the best Spider-Man film, because I think, or at least live action wise, because I think Spider-Man 2 is still above it. There's even aspects of it that I thought I wouldn't like about it. Like originally when I heard they were gonna put Hulk in this movie, I'm like, oh okay, I guess we're just not doing street tier anymore. But no, they still kept it pretty small and everything. Honestly, upon hearing that Mr. Negative could have been a thing, I kind of wish we got Mr. Negative because it really would have worked. That really would have worked. But I messed with what they did with Jean Grey, and I messed with their introduction and everything, and it didn't even really become this is an X-Men movie now featuring Spider-Man. She's just kind of here doing her thing. I really messed with it a lot. I really messed with it a lot. Everything had a purpose in this film. It wasn't really anything that was off. So, and I only have some a little things here and there with certain scenes, but other than that, nothing too egregious. You know what I mean? But overall, I thought it was a super solid film. Definitely the best in the MCU Spider-Man. And for that, I would give it a high peak.
Cool. All right.
I definitely do think this is one of the best MCU version of Spider-Man. I do have my problems with how some things were resolved, some things kind of were just left behind or unresolved, some plot holes here and there, especially that hospital scene, and especially the Punisher as a character being there sometimes. I'm like, it's like he's
a bit too goofy.
Not too goofy, but he's the Punisher. He kills people, and no one is batting an eye. I feel like the city is being a little too safe, being happy. It's kind of getting to that Spider-Man 2, the PS5 Spider-Man 2 kind of New York, where everybody's too nice. I feel like we're getting that seared into a lot of our writing and a lot of our movies of specifically superheroes, where genuinely I do like how people adore superheroes, but sometimes there has to be a negative. That there should be some kind of people who are pushbacky, kind of like that one character in the Damage Control who's there in No Way Home, who's there in uh the Miss Marvel show. That character, I forgot, he was one of the directors. Someone a little bit of an opposing force to our superheroes that I feel like we should need a little bit more in, and a little bit more uh a little bit better writing into how um I guess that was kind of like my only big critique about this movie is just that there isn't that many opposing forces. J. Jonah Jameson is not there. I wish he was there. Um, I wish there was a little bit more stuff going on with Spider-Man, uh, hero-wise, but a little, and also a little bit more of Peter Parker. How he survives this world that he created himself. He put himself in, but either way, I was entertained by what this movie was, and I hope Daniel Creston is directing this next trilogy, whatever it is. If it is a trilogy, I hope he directs all three of them. I hope that writer who helped out bring it more oomph is back. I hope everyone is back to do a little bit more, and I genuinely think that this is a good, tight-knit superhero movie that doesn't lead us to, trying to spoil us all these things. I would give it a low peak. I don't know if that's
Low peak. Okay.
low peak. And one last thing. The first act of this movie was just product placement.
I didn't really notice it, but I only seen it once.
It did give me a nice hankering for Little Caesar's pizza.
Yeah. And I did want to get his bureau. I want to get his beer. I really want to taste it now. And it did have like a car ad right there. There was a car ad. I noticed it at the first time. I'm like, why is there so much product placement in this movie?
Yeah, I didn't really peep it. Outside like maybe like the kegs that Ned picked up for the party. Other than that.
Yeah, that's another and that's a small nitpick, but just the first act was just product placement throughout the whole entire thing. But that's just here another.
Hey man, I got the bills paid, you know?
It's Disney.
It's Disney. On.
What do you mean? You have all the money in the world.
And we gotta eat too sometimes, you know. I mean,
just make up a pizza place, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Product placement is like super annoying.
Like, all right, honestly,
that is. I can't say it with.
Whoa! Hey! Wait! We're sponsored by Happy Dad. I'm confused. The best tasting seltzer in the market.
I don't know. I like it good.
Man, I can't wait to play some PS5 after this.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna play some Marvel Rivals after this.
Oh my! I heard that they just dropped some new updates.
Really?
Yeah, dropping soon on Friday.
All right. So that's the pod. That's the pod, folks. We will catch you next time. With what? I don't know, but we'll figure that out.
Yep.
Till then, stay safe, stay cool. We'll catch you later.
Good night.
Right. See you,
we'll see you in a brand new day.
Wow, real book ending.